Welcome back to Chemistry Lesson on the Engineer Squad channel. In this video, we will practice calculating the limiting reactant. The mass ratio of carbon to oxygen in CO2 is 3:8. If 6 grams of carbon react with 18 grams of oxygen, how much carbon dioxide will be formed? To solve this problem, we need to recall the law of definite proportions. According to this law, the masses of elements that react to form a compound will always be in a fixed composition. This principle is known as Proust's law, named after Joseph Louis Proust, who first proposed it. It serves as a fundamental basis for stoichiometry and chemical reactions. From the problem, we know that the mass ratio between carbon and oxygen is 3:8. This means that no matter how much CO2 is present, the mass ratio of carbon to oxygen in this compound will always remain 3:8. To solve this problem, we will consider two scenarios: the condition where all the carbon reacts and the condition where all the oxygen reacts. Scenario 1, assuming all 6 grams of carbon reacts. The amount of oxygen required is calculated as 6 divided by 3 and multiplied by 8 equals 16 grams. The initial oxygen is 18 grams, and 16 grams of it reacts. This leaves 2 grams of oxygen unreacted. Then we will analyze the second scenario, where all the oxygen reacts. If all 18 grams of oxygen react, the required amount of carbon would be calculated as 18 grams divided by 8 multiplied by 3. This gives us 6.75 grams. This is not possible since the available carbon is only 6 grams, which is less than the required amount. Thus, we can conclude that scenario 2 cannot occur, and the only viable scenario is scenario 1. Now, let's revisit scenario 1 and analyze it. The mass of CO2 being formed is the sum of the masses of carbon and oxygen. The mass of carbon is 6 grams, and the mass of oxygen is 16 grams. Therefore, the total mass of CO2 formed is 22 grams. From this problem, we learn that the limiting reactant in reaction is the substance that halts the chemical reaction because it is completely used up. In this case, carbon is the limiting reactant. That wraps up the discussion for this problem. Hopefully, it helps us better understand in chemical reactions. Please like and subscribe to our channel if you found this video is helpful. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next chemistry problem discussion.